Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Yak by Palfly Kampling. So this finishes our shading theme week. I hope you enjoyed all the little shading pencil puzzles that we provided for you, combined with Sudoku. This last one is Yaji-san Kazu-san. So I will go over the rules. We have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules. So in each row, each column, and each 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. We also have Yaji-san, Kazu-san rules. So we're going to be shading some cells. When we shade cells, we gray them. And then we can also mark unshaded cells as green. So like these would be unshaded and these would be shaded in this example. We need to shade some cells so that no two shaded cells are orthogonally adjacent. Okay, so we can't do this. Orthogonally adjacent means sharing an edge. So these both are shaded, but they share an edge, so that's not allowed. So as soon as I shade a cell, all four around it we can shade as unshaded. We can mark as unshaded, I could say. But this could then be shaded, this could be shaded, right? So they can share a diagonal, they just can't share an edge. And then additionally, the remaining unshaded cells form one orthogonally connected area. So our unshaded cells might do something like this. We'd have to have more unshaded cells, but they have to be orthogonally connected. What we can't do is have like an island isolated somewhere. Like we can't just have this be unshaded and then not connected orthogonally to the rest of it. Like we can't have this here. That's not connected to the rest of the shaded cells. We need one unbroken orthogonally connected area, meaning they all share an edge. All right. If a cell containing an arrow is unshaded, the digit placed in the cell represents how many shaded cells are in a straight line in the indicated direction. So if this is unshaded and this is unshaded and the rest were shaded, and this arrow is shaded, then it counts how many unshadeds we see. So that would be a 2. Sorry, it counts how many shaded we see. So that would be a 2 in that direction. And if it's if a cell containing an arrow is shaded, so if it's gray, then it's meaningless. The digit doesn't matter. All right, and then also Dutch whispers. So orthogonally adjacent digits that are both unshaded have to have a difference of at least 2. So if these are both unshaded, then if this was, say, a 2, we need a difference of at least 2. So this could be 4, 5, or 6. If this were a 1 or a 2 or a 3, the difference would not be at least 2. This has a difference of 1. This has a difference of 1. This has a difference of 0. All right. And that's it. Those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. All right, how shall we get started? Every arrow has to be at least 1. So every arrow is seeing at least one shaded cell. One gray. I'm going to use gray and green for my explanation. So wait, so this has to be meaningless, right? Because an arrow that is green counts how many grays are in that direction. This would be a 0, but there's no 0 in Sudoku. So this has to be shaded, which means the ones around it have to be unshaded. So now this has to be a 1. Because if it was a 2, then we'd have to shade both of these and they'd share an edge, which is no good. So we'd have to okay. Anyway, so this is a 1, and it's telling us that one of these two is gray. Well, if one of these two is gray, is there anything that we can say about greening things? I don't think so. Anything else like that? The problem is we can't like pencil any specific arrow because we don't know if it's going to be green or gray yet. How do we continue from here? Nothing's looking at this cell. No arrows are. One of these two is gray. I don't know which one, but I can't really do anything about that. The other one's green. So this is a gray-green. I don't know if I want to mark that. It's a little confusing. Where are we going next? Is there another obvious arrow? This is the only arrow that had to be shaded. Had to be gray. Oh, this has to be shaded because if it was green, has to be gray, because if it was green, then it counts how many grays we see above it, but that would be 1, and there's already a 1 in the row. So this would have to be at least 2, and we can't see 2 grays. So this is gray, and so that makes all of these green. So this is counting. So we can fit up to 2 grays below it. So this is a 1 or a 2. Oh, and it has to be a 2, because it can't be a 1. So in order for there to be 2, we have to do both of these gray, and then they are surrounded by greens. Okay, now this arrow is now green. Oh, and this arrow, if this arrow was green, then it would count the same 2. So it would also be 2. And so it has to be gray, and it's surrounded by greens. Now this arrow here sees at least 1, and then maybe 1 more. So it's 1 or 2. Okay. What else can I do here? This has to get out. Like this green has to connect to all the other greens because all the greens are connected. So it has to get out. That makes that green. This will connect up some way. Oh, this has to be shaded because it doesn't see it. This has to be gray. It doesn't see any grays to its right. And so that makes this green. And so now this whole thing needs to get out. It's its own clump right now. It's not connected to anything else, and there's only one way out. So that ends up green. And now this clump needs to get out. So that has to be green. And now this clump has to get out. And so that has to be green. Now I think we have some options. This has to get out. It's green. And this has to get out. So that's green. So this is a 1 for sure. It's only going to see one of these two. Okay. This cannot be a 1, and it would be if it was anything but gray. So it is gray, and that's surrounded by greens. This now has to see a gray, so that's our gray. Cool. We're getting there with the coloring. If this was green, this has to be gray. Which is okay, I guess. But then it would be a 1, and it can't be. So this has to be gray, which makes this green. And these two green. And this is now a 1. Oh, sorry, this is still 1 or 2. I don't know if we can resolve this yet. Maybe this arrow does it. Any other green arrows I haven't filled? No, that's it. Okay, so we have the Dutch Whisper rule on our greens that we need to do. But I don't think we can color this one yet until we know whether this is 1 or 2. So 1 is in one of these two. Let's see. These two can't be 2. They have to be 3 or higher. That's not 4 or 6. And this is not 1 or 2. Yeah, that's already not 1 or 2. Do we care about any of that? Not really. This 2, so this cell here can't be 1, 2, or 3. It has to be 4, 5, 6. We're just doing Dutch whispers here. Unfortunately, Dutch whispers are not as powerful as German whispers. But this 1, 2 tells us this can't be 1, 2. This has to be at least 3. It's not 4 or 6. Next to this one, we can't have a 2, so it's 3, 4, 5. Not 6. So next to 3, 4, 5, we can't put another 3, 4, or 5. It would definitely be, so a 3, 4, or 5 would be within 1 of another 3, 4, 5. No, it could be within 2, actually. Oh, hold on. We can't put a 4. These can't be 4, because they'd be next to a 3 or a 5. But a 3, 5 pair is okay, unfortunately. But these aren't 4. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. So this is 1, 2, 3, 5 then. 2, 3, 5, 6. Is there anything about shaded cells that I know? The digits on shaded cells we don't really know. Just by Sudoku, it can't be 1, 2, or 4. It's 3, 5, 6. Three, 5. So this, yeah, we already know it can't be 4 though. I was gonna say it can't be 4. It's only the greens that do the Dutch whisper, so we can't do that against a gray. 2 is in one of these two. Okay, just by Sudoku. This can't be a 2 because of the 1. And so now that one of these is a 2, this can't be 3. Because if it's a 3, it will be next to a 2, and that's not allowed. I don't know that I can follow up on that. So if this were a 2, we wouldn't be able to put a 3 here either, or here. So put the 3 over here. I don't know. What am I missing here? We can place a 6 here. This can't be 6 for what reason? Oh, because it's an arrow. It's 1 or 2. It's the arrow. So that's 6. What can we do with it? I'm not sure. 4 is on one of these two. 1, 2, 3, 5, I guess. Is there anything I can say about that? B5 pair's okay. This can't, okay, we know this can't be 1, 2, but we already knew that. I was gonna say it can't be 1, 2 because of the Dutch Whisper, but it also can't be 1, 2 because there's a 1, 2 here. Shoot, I'm not seeing what to do. Oh, 6 can't be next to 5, and 4 can't be next to 3, so this has to be a 2. Okay, and that makes that 1, which makes this green. Got it. So that's not 1. 2 can't be next to 3, so that's 5 and 3. Okay, that works. 3 in the corner. Shooting confetti. This is 1 and 5. Sorry, 1 and 4, but this can't be the 1. So this is 4 and this is 1. Okay, we know 1's not next to 2, so the 2 has to go here. That places the 2 here, and the 1 here in the box. This is 3 or 5. Okay. 3, 4, 5 here. No, 2 can't be next to 3. We're basically non-consecutive. I guess I should have just thought about it as non-consecutive, but yeah. So this can't be 5. This can't be 4. We knew that. But this not being 5, is that helpful? Not really. Yeah, we're non-consecutive. I gotta think about it that way. I'm much better at thinking about non-consecutive. This is 1, 3, 4. These can't be the 1. So the 1 is placed, and that's okay. This 1, 2 is okay because this is gray. 3, 4 is okay because this is gray. Okay, good. This can't be 5. See, 4, 5 removes 4, 5 from here, so this has to be 3. 4, 5 removes 5 from here. Two, 3, 6. How are 1s doing? I feel like, oh, we are done with 1s. Okay. The 2 is in one of these two, and in one of these two, and that's it for 2s. 3 is placed in this box here. Next to the 2 is okay because it's gray. Next to the 4 is okay, it's gray. This is now a pair. This is a 5, 6 pair. So 5, 6 pair here puts the 4 here, which means this can't be 4 or 5. So this has to be 6, and that's 5. That's 6. That's our 6. Okay. I have to be really careful where I apply the non-consecutive. This is a pair as well. This is 2, 5. That's okay. This is 4, 5. 4, 5. Oh, sorry, it's on a gray, so it doesn't remove anything. 2, 3, 5. We're getting there. This 2 says this isn't 3, so it's not 1, 2, 3. So it's from 4, 5. It's not 6. 4, 5. This can't remove anything from a gray. 2, 3, 4, 5. What am I missing? Okay, this can't be 4, 5. We already know that. This can't be 2, 3. So this can't be a 5. If this was a 5, then this has to be 2, 3. It's the only place for 2, 3, and we can't put the 2, 3 next to each other. So this cannot be a 5 for that reason. Another way to think about it is we need one of these to be a 4, 5, and one of these to be a 2, 3. In order to not be consecutive. And because one of these is a 4-5, that makes a 4-5 pair, if you want to think about it that way. 2-3 pair does give us a 5 here. That's 3. Gotta be very careful where I eliminate. This is a 2-3 pair. This is a 4-5 pair. This has to be a 6. All right, so where are we applying non-consecutive here? Here, this can't be 3-4. We know that. This can't be 2-3. We know that. It can't be 4-5. What am I missing? Something poking in. 4 pokes into here. That can't be 5. So that's 2, that's 5, that's 3, that's 2, that's 4, that's 5, 4, 5, 4, 3. And we have the correct answer. Okay, good. All right, nice end to our shading theme week, Palfly. I enjoyed that. Cool. Well, all of these that we presented during the shading theme week are also real shading puzzles. So if you'd like to check those out, expand your horizons beyond Sudoku, feel free to. They can be fun. And often they take less time than a Sudoku. Often. Depends on which one you're doing, but cool. Well, let me know how you did. If you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.